Hi Bullpups, I hope you can hear me. So it's Mr. Jacky here, and like I said, I promised you a tour of my Taekwondo school. Okay, so here we are in Mesa, Arizona. Actually, it's not really Mesa because once you cross that street behind me over there, that is Tempe. So we're actually really close to Tempe, Mesa, Chandler. I'm right in the middle of everything. Okay, so here's the plaza where my Taekwondo school is. If you can see that sign, it says Choi's Taekwondo. Actually, it's pronounced Che's Taekwondo right there. But you know what? That's not the name of my school. I just have not changed that sign yet. And let's take a look at what's going on over here. I got a aquarium art. So that is, actually they sell a lot of tropical fish. It gets really busy. Mr. Jacky's Taekwondo school. I have a dental office. There is a reptile store, and I don't know if you can see over there, but there's a really long line. People are waiting to go inside. And over there is a donut shop. They have the best donuts. They have the best breakfast sandwiches. Okay, so let's walk a little bit closer to my school and see what's going on over there. Okay? So people walk by this place all the time when they need to go buy a donut or see some reptiles or buy some tropical fish. So here's the door to my school. It's actually called JMAP Academy, and that actually stands for J's Martial Arts Performance Academy. Okay, just like that. All right, I got some pictures outside, some stuff we used to do all about Taekwondo in here. Over here, you know what? I just don't teach Taekwondo over here. I have Miss Rena. Some of you know Miss Rena. She teaches gymnastics at basis. And she has her dance class, she has her Pilates class, and she has a little tumbling class. So let's go check that out in here, okay guys? Okay guys, we are inside. It's kind of messy, a little bit things have had to change because you know, I've been closed for about 2 months now, but I've been doing online classes for my students. So they can participate at home for Taekwondo and stuff. Okay, I have on this wall a lot of things that performances and stuff that I used to do. Okay, let me switch this around if I can for you guys. Okay, so got some few moments. This is when I first took over the school. As you know, every year Mr. Jacky does a Power Ranger type show. Okay, in April. This one was from this year. That was a great show. Okay, these are just, you know, photos of when we went to tournaments and stuff. Some of my black belt instructors, and this is actually a lot of you might know that I used to be a stuntman in Japan. So these are pictures of when I worked in Japan. I did a few motion capture games. Actually, this is also interesting. Before I was a stuntman, I was also an English teacher in Japan. So I was teaching junior high school over there. Stuff when I had to be a ninja for TV. Here's me as a Power Ranger in Japan. Okay, some miscellaneous stuff. Commercial I did for Puma. So I had a lot of great time. Okay, life's all about experiences. So okay, so here's my school. Okay, it's quite big. I mean, it's just right. There's a lot of fun stuff. I know the colors aren't all matching, but it takes some time. It's gonna take some time to get it the way I want. So here is my waiting area. Okay, here's my waiting area. Right now I put away all the chairs because I'm not supposed to have any parents, any guests in here when I am teaching. Right now, I'm about to open up in about 2 weeks, and that rule is gonna apply where the parents and guests are gonna have to wait outside. Mr. Jacky left his sandals on the floor, but I gotta put it up here because my rules say please place sandals or shoes on the shoe rack. And you know how I like to keep things tidy. You know that your water bottles belong in the bucket or, you know, on the mat every side. So this is my school, guys. Okay, so let me take you around. So first of all, I'm gonna flip this over. All right, let's go in my office. Nothing interesting, just a lot of cool stuff. That's it. So I got some Power Rangers, memorabilia, toys and stuff that I collect. As you know, I'm a big fan of Power Rangers, okay? This is my desk. Sometimes you'll see it on the videos that I've been making. Right here, I have some performance, okay? Swords, okay? They're not real because not supposed to be practicing with real ones, okay? We practice with performance one. This one I'm really proud of. I had a really custom made one, and if you can read that, that says Jacky right there. And as I pull it out, it also says Jacky right there. And this is not sharp at all, okay? This is just aluminum, but it's made for performances, so you can swing around. I mean, it's still unsafe if you don't know what you're doing, but it's made for performances, so I can swing it around without getting hurt or hurting someone that's really close to me. Okay, so this is something I use a lot of times, and I'm still performing nowadays. Okay, I just don't tell you guys. Okay, over here. Okay. And let's see, let's flip this around. I got some more cool stuff over there on top. You might see I got some lightsabers, and you know, these lightsabers are pretty cool because they're not making sound. They don't make sound, they just light up like that. They just light up, but these are called Stunt Sabers. So what you do is, this is made out of a very hard plastic. It's called polycarbonate, and no matter how hard I hit it on something, it probably won't break. So these are made to light up and use against another lightsaber and stuff. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So I use that for performance as well. What else do I have in here? It's a bunch of Power Ranger stuff, you know, cool stuff. Some messages I have from students from Japan a long time ago. I really like Star Wars. I love the Ninja Turtles, and I love Power Rangers. Okay, just so that's pretty much my office. So when you come see me, or everyone, you guys are always welcome to come down, check out my place. Okay, so let me take you to the mat area over here. Okay, so here's my school. Okay, now right here. Okay, my school is very unique. I put in something different that a lot of schools don't have. Okay, as you can see right now, down here, if I step down, oh, why is there kind of like a stage up and down? Well, you see, this floor is actually a spring floor. Now, there aren't really springs underneath, but there are foam cubes. Okay, foam cubes that if you press down on it, they will push back up. So it's really bouncy. It's really bouncy. Like I said, we teach tumbling in here as well, and Mr. Jacky loves to do a lot of gymnastic stuff and mixed martial arts and gymnastics. They call it tricking. Okay, over here I have an air mat, a huge air mat. Okay, it's really bouncy as well. Okay, it's really bouncy. That's just to help people, you know, help my students get up, get over their fear of jumping really high. Okay. What else? Okay, so on the wall, I have the belts that we start out with. Okay, so it's very similar, probably a lot similar to a lot of your martial arts schools that if you attend to. Okay, so we start with white, go to yellow, orange, green, purple, blue, brown, red, and then I have a red black. Okay, that means you're not really a black belt yet, but you're higher than a red belt. It's something you wear after your black belt test while you're in probation period before you receive your black belt. Okay, so that's our belt system over here. Okay, Mr. Jacky likes to keep it simple. You fill up your curriculum, you practice for a couple of months, and then you go to their next belt. Okay, as long as you're working hard, you can get your belt. Okay, turn the camera around. Some of you may have some of this in your martial arts school. This is BOB. It means body opponent bag. I put 2 chest protectors on him and a helmet so we can kick him. Okay, practice our kicks, seeing where our targets are. I also have some smaller bags and really big bags. Okay, some of the stuff you see over here. Lots of kicking paddles, which I want to get for our school for next year. So when we practice martial arts, okay, we can get paddles and hold, and they make a really nice sound. They really make a really nice sound. Let me see if I can grab some for you. Okay, just like that. And so if you have one of these paddles, okay, and you're kicking it, that's the sound it's gonna make. And if you do a really good kick, it's gonna make that sound. If you do a bad kick, it's not gonna make a good sound. It's really good, just like that. Okay. sparring equipment here. We always practice safety. We're not sparring, okay, without any equipment. Okay, we always have helmets on. We have a chest protector in here. I have a lot of arm guards, shin guards, just like that. Okay, so we always practice safety when we're sparring, and we do a lot of competitions throughout the year. Okay, right here, got gymnastics equipment. I got octagon for back handsprings. I have another air mat behind there. Got some cheese wedges, okay, for you to practice your back rolls. Got a lot of mats right here. Got a lot of mats right here. Even though my floor is really soft, we still need mats to practice safely on and stand up. And here's the view of my school from behind. So as you can see, it's quite big. It is quite big. I can fill this room. Even if I have 20 students in here at the same time, we have plenty of space to work out, okay, without interrupting each other. Something interesting, guys. This place, I've been an owner for about 4 years, but I used to come teach here when I was in college. So here's some pictures. This was about in 2001. Okay, these were all the black belts that used to be here, and there is Mr. Jacky right here. Here is Master Wesley. He used to be the old owner, and that's me. And a couple years ago, Master Wesley called me up, asked me, hey, I want to retire. Would you mind taking this place over? I said, yeah. So we made a deal, and I've been having my own school here for about 4 years now, so really loving it. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna introduce you to one of my employees, probably the best employee. They work on volunteer basis, never complain, does their job. All right, I'm gonna show you Mr. Roomba right here, okay? Without Mr. Roomba, I would be vacuuming this place. It takes me about 45 minutes to vacuum everywhere, okay? All the nooks. As you can see, I keep this place really tidy, no specks of dust or anywhere. But now that I have Mr. Roomba here every day doing the vacuum, okay, saved me about an hour of work, so I can just mop right after class right away without any vacuuming or anything like that. So I appreciate this Mr. Roomba. Sometimes he gets lost, sometimes, you know, he's going somewhere where he's not supposed to, but you know, that's part of it. Okay, thank you, Mr. Roomba. All right, I love that. All right, okay, over here, my dressing room. As you can see, sorry guys, I don't have a light in here because the light, I have not fixed it yet. Okay, so I gotta do that before we reopen. So like I said in one of my videos, I said, you know, wash your clothes, right? So especially if you're sweating, like when we do PE every day, a lot of you are sweating, so you wear new clothes every day, right? Same thing with martial arts, okay? You should have, I know when you start out you have one uniform, maybe a t-shirt or something, but when you start getting into it, you should have a lot, maybe 2 uniforms at least, okay? But Mr. Jacky has a uniform for every day of the week, okay? Over here, these are all my black belts. I don't know why I have so many. Some of them have, like this one. This is my 2nd degree black belt when I was in high school, okay? I'm a 4th degree now, so I have 4 stripes on mine. This one is actually one of the belts that I use, 4th degree belt I use when I'm sparring. I have my black belt that I use every day, and I have a sparring black belt. There's a difference, okay? This is very light, okay? This is very light, and I'll go show you my other black belt. Okay guys, this is my other black belt. I don't put stripes on this one. I put our school symbol, which is a Chinese character for a heart, okay? Because everything you need to do, you have to have good heart, good spirit to do it, okay? Now this black belt, it may look worn down, but that just shows like how much hard work I put into it. So with the belts, you never wash the belts. Maybe we have to start now, but before, we don't wash our belts because we want it to collect the sweat and hard work that we put into it, okay? But this one is much, much heavier than the one over there that I had. So this is the one I usually wear every day, but if I'm sparring, like in a sparring class, or if I'm in a competition, I would wear my sparring one, okay? And Some of you guys didn't see this one. This is my black belt certificate. This is from World Taekwondo. I am a 4th degree, and a lot of you guys that take Taekwondo that knows Taeguk forms, okay, this is the same certificate you get, okay, when you achieve a black belt. All right. And then sometimes, walk out here. Sometimes when I'm, okay, so we just walked out of my office again. So sometimes when I need a brain break, because I'm working all the time in here, okay, let's just come out here. I have a pull-up bar, a couple pull-ups here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, get myself a little bit energized and go back to work. Or sometimes I'll walk out here and do a couple flips and stuff like that. Okay, I have some belts over here, okay? These are my tiger belts. That's for my other class of 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, okay? So if you come to my school and you're a 5 or 6-year-old, you'll start out with these belts because the curriculum, what you'll be learning is a little bit more basic, and you really need to get the basics down before you join the big kids class where you can wear solid colored belts just like that. Okay, so that's for 5 and 6-year-old. But if you're about when you turn 7, okay, or after you graduate from my Tigers class over here, you get to wear solid belts all the time. Over here I have red and black belts. These are students. They're not red and black belts yet. Okay, those are students who are training right now, and they just passed their blue belts, and I'm showing them, hey, in maybe a year or so, you'll be ready for your black belt test. So I put their names up there so they can see it every day. I have a black belt right here. This is for a student who is a red black belt right now and is in a probation period, and she has to prove to me that she is gonna be a good black belt. So we don't give out black belts just like that. We don't give out black belts at their black belt test. Okay, they have to wait 6 months, and they have to show that they demonstrate how to be a black belt, how to be a good person, showing good courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. You know those are our tenant punches, okay? I use this board. Actually, it's not a board, it's a mirror. I have a lot of scribbles on it. I have a lot of students' names right now, and I just give them a point, like a positive paw, every time they're doing something great when I'm teaching my online classes, and I give them a prize after that. Okay, something else that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna walk over here. Mr. Jacky rigged this up here, okay? It is a kicking paddle, and it's really super high. So I like to challenge myself all the time by kicking that high. I have to jump up and kick that high. I have another one of those right here where I can move it and it's being portable, but you know what? That doesn't make a cool sound like this one. This one makes an awesome sound when you kick it, okay, or strike it. So, yeah, that's something fun that I like to do all the time too. Okay, so that is pretty much my school. In the back, nothing much, just like any store or any place. Okay, I gotta bow off my mat area because, you know, that's courtesy. Okay, if you're in a martial arts school, you always have to bow when you come in and come out, right? So I have bathrooms back here. I have a storage room, water fountain for my students, and I have another dressing room right here, which I also keep over here. I'm gonna put you guys down for a second. So right here, if you become a new student, you receive a new uniform just like this, and the uniforms that I have all have Mr. Jacky's nice logo, nice heart logo on the back of it. Let me show you real quick what my logo looks like. Okay. Just like you saw on my belt, okay? My logo is the Chinese character for heart right there. Again, that means you gotta work hard, you gotta show good indomitable spirit, you gotta show good perseverance, okay? And you know what? You know what else we do? We also don't give you your white belt on your first class. We actually hold your white belt for 2 or 3 classes to make sure you're ready, and then we do a white belt ceremony for you to say, hey, you're a Taekwondo student now, you're part of our school. And that's something the parents like to see right away, and kids love getting their belts, right? Okay, nothing else cool. two more things I want to show you in here. Okay, I want to show you in here. Sometimes every couple months, Mr. Jacky does a Nerf War. So you see this tub right here? It is full. You know, you can't really see it. I'm gonna pull you up right here. This tub right here is full of Nerf darts. That's over 1,000 darts, I think, in there. Okay, and I have a lot of blasters in this tray, and every couple months I host a Nerf Wars for my students. They come in, they'll come in, have a pizza party. Their parents can go out and enjoy themselves, and I watch all my students here, and we'll just play around. I'll make an obstacle course, or I'll make a lot of obstacles out there, and we're just having a Nerf Wars over here. So that's something a lot of martial arts schools do. So that's something, if you go to a martial arts school, I hope suggest that to your teacher, and they'll have fun doing that. Okay, another thing I have, okay, something I'm proud of. You know that Mr. Jacky does a show every year, a Power Ranger type show. I'm going to show you one of our helmets. Put this down. Okay, I'm going to show you some of these helmets that I made. Okay, and this is the Green's helmet, Green Ranger's helmet, just like that. Okay, now I just put a mesh right there. It's kind of broke right there, but you can just see throughout the mesh. And this is actually I made this out of foam mats. See the foam mats on the floor right here? Those are the same type of mats that I made this into, you know, and I just had a little different shapes. I cut them out, I heated them up, I bent them, painted them, and that's how we get our helmets like this. Okay, fun show. If you haven't seen one of our shows, it's on my YouTube channel, so you can go check that out. Okay, they're about 30-minute shows, and they're really fun. And next year, it's every April at the festival called Arizona Matsuri. It's a Japanese festival, and every year we do a live performance there. I know some of the students came to see me before, so I hope to see you again next year on that one. Okay, so that's my dressing room. Okay, nothing much. I'm gonna bow in again, and this is JMAP Academy, Jay's Martial Arts Performance Academy. Okay, this is pretty much just explaining to my basis students that this is where I go every day after work, after school. I am here until 8 or 9 at night, and then I can go home and finally have time to myself. But this is where I go every day, and then I just love it, doing it so much. I like teaching it at basis, and I like teaching it after school. So if you have time in the summer, and if you guys have good social distancing and maybe interested in class, you can come visit me over here. Maybe I'll give you a lesson. But you know, if I'm too far, go check out another school. Okay? So I'm really glad I got to show you this today, guys. Not a lot of you guys know that this school is actually mine. And this is where I go after school every day. So I'm really big on martial arts, and that's why I love teaching it to you guys. Okay? So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye, Bull Pups.